Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So in this video, we're going to talk about how we can work to regain our independence after going through a divorce. Now, as we go through a divorce, just about every aspect of our lives will change to some degree, and it can feel overwhelming at times, especially since it's not only changes to the way we're living, but our emotions can be up and down too, just depending upon what's going on at that moment, or maybe a thought that may pass through our mind which could trigger us. We can often find it challenging to regain our own independence. If we are getting a divorce after maybe years of marriage, we can find it especially challenging because we have old habits, routines, and ways we typically handle things based on our spouse. Now we have to develop a new way of doing things as we move to the next chapter in our lives. And even though it can be a little exciting to move forward to new things, it can also bring a lot of anxious feelings of the future. We can even have questions maybe running through our mind like, what's next? Is there life after divorce? Or even, how do I start a new life after divorce? So I have 5 tips I wanted to share with you that can help you to work towards regaining your independence as you're creating your new chapter. So the first tip is giving yourself time to grieve. There are many things going on when we're in the middle of a divorce. We're dealing with court proceedings, trying to situate the kids, adjusting to a new lifestyle, and working on our finances. Once in a while, it's really important to try and pause and grieve the loss of your relationship. This natural process helps us in releasing and relieving emotional tension. Also, let's make sure we don't rush ourselves. There is no time limit to our grieving. And remember that any feelings you have are okay, and it's part of the healing process. You will heal in time, but please don't judge yourself for being upset or maybe crying most of the day if that happens. Be compassionate with yourself. You might even want to journal during this process, as that can help you to see your thoughts and perhaps even track your progress, as you might start to notice that when you're journaling, what you're writing can change over time. So the second tip is to take small steps. We don't have to tackle all the new changes immediately. We can take small steps towards those changes. Every little step we take will move us more towards independence and builds up our confidence. We don't have to set our expectations too high, as this can sometimes make us feel overwhelmed or even feel stuck. We are all resilient and we can make it through tough things. We just have to remember that, as this is only a moment in time. And with small steps forward, movement will happen and our lives will start to feel more stable. So the third tip is to work on self-love and designing your new chapter. Now that you're moving into a different chapter in your life, you have the freedom to build your life on your terms. Chase your dreams that were otherwise compromised because of your relationship. For example, you could pick up a hobby that maybe you couldn't pursue before. It's so important to embrace self-love and really enjoy the time you have now to focus on yourself and what will make you feel happy and peaceful. So this is a great time to do self-reflection and learn how to do things alone. We can also reflect on what we've learned from the last relationship and see what we might want to change for the future. It really gives us time to see what we want in life, and if and when we decide to find another partner, we will be ready to see what type of person will be a great fit for a healthy relationship, especially if we are coming from a toxic relationship. We may need to do some healing before we search for another partner. This will really help us to be sure we are in a good state of mind before we move forward. Now, the fourth tip is working on our self-confidence. It's great to reflect on our past relationship. However, let's make sure we're not beating ourselves up about maybe decisions we made or what we could have changed that might have saved the relationship. It's really important we forgive ourselves and let go of maybe any anger, guilt, or shame we might feel for our past relationship or anything else we feel bad about. We are really doing the best we can at any given moment based on our past and what we've learned up to now. And if something doesn't work out the way we hoped it would, we can learn from it. But let's not feel that we need to go back and resolve it. We are all wonderful, and making mistakes or choosing things that might not turn out well doesn't mean we're bad at making decisions. Life is a journey, and there will be bumps in the road and obstacles to overcome, but we are strong and resilient, and we can work through any challenge we face. So the fifth and last tip is to reach out to others. Many times we can feel like we have to do everything on our own, but reaching out to get support from friends, family, life coaches, therapists, or church groups can really help us during this challenging time. Just talking about things sometimes can give us some clarity so we can start looking at next steps and what we need to do in order to keep moving forward. Or we might just need some guidance on a few things. And talking with someone can sometimes help us gather our thoughts so we're able to feel more confident when making decisions that we might find otherwise challenging. So those are the 5 tips I wanted to share with you. I really hope these help you on your journey to healing and creating a new chapter in your life. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you on the next video.